Well. Hello. Oh my gosh. We're here once again. The music's fucking bustin'. Boomin'? Bustin'. Boomin'? What is it? Is it bustin' or is it boomin'? I don't know what it is. It's either bustin' or boomin'. It's one of those. But, what's up? Hi. I'm Goose. I'm pretty sure any of you who have seen me already know that. What's up, James? Do you like burgers? I freaking love burgers. Today we're just going to be looking at some pretty, I'd say unhinged. We don't know. They could be unhinged or they could be bad actors. They could be scamming. We don't know. We don't know. But we're going to find out. All right. If you guys like to, if bussin', okay, bussin' works. Sure. The music's bussin'. Do people still use that phrase? I thought that was no longer a thing. That is actually from the last stream, and then we will turn off the browser so you don't have to see that those horrendous analytics. Ugh. Who cares about any of that stuff, right? I certainly don't. If you're new here, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. We're going to be pretty much just kicking it off, honestly, just kind of like right away, really. Beep, bop, boop. Beep, lorp. Zeep, zeeble. So, I actually was not aware that, these particular people existed. So we're going to take a look. Kundalini, I think. Kundalini exercises. Oh my gosh. It's making me log in. Damn it. Hang on. I just cleared my history, so I had to log out of everything. Okay. Oh, no, it wants to... Oh, man. I have to look at my phone, and I just already took care of this earlier. I don't remember what my password is either. Account doesn't exist, right? Exactly. So, have any of you had any experience with, like, Kundalini or Reiki or any kind of, like, those, sort of shaman, things? What is that? What is what? Kundalini? It's like a healing thing. It's very strange. Sorry, I gotta move the camera. Oh, sorry, you're seeing everything. You're seeing everything. Hang on. Ah! Sorry, I didn't mean to make you nauseous. I know that was very disorienting. My apologies. I mean, that's what happens when you use your phone, right? I forgot the fucking code. Okay, I think we're logged in. I hope I don't need my phone again. All right. So anyway, sorry. Answer my question, damn it. Have you ever heard of any kind of like, or ever seen any like Reiki massage or anything like that, like spiritual healing? Basically, it's just like hippie stuff. It's like hippie woo woo, you know, like I don't know. I mean, we're gonna see it, but it's easier just to kind of like tell you what to expect, you know. It's basically like crystals and magic and all this kind of stuff that could be real. It's not. It could be real in the sense that people believe it is, but it's not actually like real. So, you know, don't take it too seriously. And if you're here, say hi. I would love to I love meeting new people. I love talking to strangers. So please feel free to say hi. We are trying to build a community here. What's up, Skippy? How's it going? And, you know, and if you end up liking any of the stuff that you see, then please feel free to, you know, engage otherwise. Okay, and then I just want to make sure that I'm putting these in the right categories here. Don't mind me. And I do have sub mode only on, but you really just have to click the button and then you can chat freely. Hey Jem, how's it going? Welcome to the stream and congratulations for living in New Jersey. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's not on this coast, so it's exotic to me. I find it exciting. Have you ever had a ripper? That's right, I know things. Don't challenge me, because I won't know any other details. James, hi. Hi. Hello. All right, so we like I can't. It's you'll see. I'm laughing already, but I don't want to give it away. You'll see. It is a very interesting subsection of like chakras and yoga and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to give too much of it away. Congrats, Jim. Huge NJ loot. What are you? Oh, Skippy. Oh, Skippy's one of my regulars, and if you guys like to talk about WoW, he is just obsessed with it. So feel free to talk with him about anything World of Warcraft related. He will absolutely reciprocate. All right. So bear with me here. I know it looks disturbing. And, you know, fair trigger warning for anyone who is easily upset by people who flop around and do weird things. Because that's gonna happen. You're just gonna have to accept it. Okay? You know, I will try to prepare you by giving you a nice, healthy trigger warning. But you will see some flopping around. You will see some hippie woo-woo stuff. You might see some crystals. You know, it's entirely possible. But what we're hoping is that it will not be too terrifying. Too terribly terrifying, you know. Come on, let me move this window. Sir. Good sir. Sir. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because I'm on Streamlabs, or Stream Elements, and it takes like a while for the panels on Stream Elements to activate. So I just have to be patient. And so do you. So do you. So do you. So do you. So again, I know this looks disturbing. But you know, maybe it'll all be answered in time. Maybe it'll all be just kind of like, you know, super easy to understand. What do I want to do with this window? I think I want to just keep it over here. Sorry, I have to do all this housekeeping stuff in real time because I do not have time to prepare for this. And I'm often late to start streaming. Let me just like go full send. So what do you guys think? You know, just from what you see here, I mean, the music certainly doesn't help because that's gonna get me gonna get the thing copyright struck. So we don't want that to be on there. But like, So, are you familiar with the power of suggestion? I think that it's probably a good idea to address the placebo effect and the power of suggestion first of all, because that's all that's going on. So, we humans, we have like a lot of this sort of like need to explain things. We have a need to understand the universe around us. We have a need to know all the secret things in life, and feel special in our position here in the universe. And not necessarily all the time. Actually, I would say very, very little of the time that we spend existentially worrying about things would we say that our concerns are validated. And I think a modern day assessment of that would just lead to therapy. Just go to therapy, have a qualified specialist help you, and then you may be able to understand the shit that's happening in your brain. But also, in the past, what it led to was a lot of boredom and curiosity and speculation. None of these people are below the age of 40. Well, yeah. Midlife crises, they hit hard. Speaking in tongues. Where's the speaking in tongues? Oh, there you go. It's not loud enough though. So it's kind of a natural progression that we end up going into these speculative directions of what things may mean, and it usually takes a little bit of I don't know, supernatural, because we can't explain the process of whatever's happening, right? Until we have science that we can use to test these things, or until we have technology that we can use to conduct the science. You get what I'm saying? So what ends up happening is you have just these things that branch off way out into left field, because that's just what pops into your brain. That's what, like, it's how you make sense of all the noise. So when you have other people around you who don't necessarily know what's happening, who don't know how to explain things themselves, they might then be swayed by the only idea that's being presented. And so if the idea that you're presenting is, oh, there must be some fractal element to the world, there must be some kind of like supernatural force that's guiding things, and you can very easily explain it as sort of like light healing and Kundalini awakenings. I don't, because some of it's sort of like sexual, and I don't want to play the ones that look like it's people like writhing on the ground out of pleasure. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to take a look at people who, I think maybe it's better to look for, what are you doing? To look for shamanic light healing, because that's where I saw the first vestiges of these Kundalini experts. Yeah, here we go. See? So, I mean, these are all just one person? I don't want to see the same fucking person each time. Damn. Oh, whatever. We'll go through them, and I'll skip if I we'll do this one, and then we'll do that. I'll just open up a bunch of tabs. We'll do this one, that one. I guess maybe we'll see how they evolve. We'll do a couple of those. Let's see what else. We'll do that one. We'll do that one, and we'll do a smattering. Stop! I don't care about keyboard shortcuts. Show me the volume. Where's the volume? Oh, is it silent? Oh, no, it's not silent. Nope. So, I mean, I obviously don't want to play the, I'm Interpol and listen to me and I'm talking now and we're talking and we're gonna play some music and it's gonna be real good because we're Interpol. I don't want to play that because I'm gonna get my copyright on my channel. But, do you see what's happening here? Oh, it's by She Wants Revenge. Okay, it's basically Interpol. Kundalini. Magic. Timeline shift. Light codes. Nope, stop. I want to look at light codes. Light codes. Now, I'm going to say scam just initially, because she's got all kinds of videos on TikTok. So I'm assuming that means that she's probably making money, or maybe attempting to make money. I mean, you don't become like an influencer. Okay, again, benefit of the doubt. We're going to try and assume that these people mean no harm. But the the nature of snake oil salesmen is that they're basically wolf in sheep's clothing, right? Like that's kind of how they scam you, is by luring you in with promises of healing. Oh, I know how I can do this. Okay, we'll do. Where the fuck is the phone cam? Phone cam is up here. We'll put it up at the top, and then we'll put. Oh, I do want the chat overlay there as well. And then I'll put the browser here. Oh, see, look, I'm slowly figuring things out. And then you will adjust this so that you can actually see some of the stuff in the room. There we go. And then we'll put this up here. Can you see all my VHSs, all my tapes and VHSs and DVDs and whatnot? There we go. And then poof, we'll make that go kind of away. What browser? No, browser goes over the phone cam. Come on. There we go. I couldn't figure out how to adjust it. This should be good. I think that works. It works for me. Let me know if it doesn't work for you, and I will just try to adjust it again. And then I'll just put my little chaos symbol right there in the top. Bada bing, bada boom. And then, of course, I will have to adjust this. I really wish that I had an easier time doing this. Let's just click on that guy. There we go.
And how can we access them? Please give us a total breakdown.
According to the Akashic Records, human beings are not simply physical organisms. They are multidimensional soul beings encoded with a vast range of spiritual abilities that most would consider superpowers. These are not fantasies. They are dormant faculties of divine consciousness, waiting to be remembered, activated and refined through awareness, embodiment, and soul evolution.
So obviously scam. Obviously scam. You cannot, like, you just can't ask ChatGPT a question and post it on TikTok and like try to pass that off as real, because people know that you prompt ChatGPT for things. So you can like generate a prompt that tells ChatGPT to say, oh, pretend that you're a light healer and that light healing is real, you know, like there's no reason to buy into that. I especially wouldn't if they're trying to ask for money from you. Just don't do that. You know? Don't give them money. Just don't do that. You can resist. I have faith in you. I know you have that ability. All right? Don't tell me you don't. You can resist temptation. But yeah, you can very easily just prompt ChatGPT to do whatever you want it to do, and it pretty much will. I mean, as long as it's not like, what, explicit or against the ChatGPT terms of service, but I mean, yeah. Why are we always on mute here? I love that he put effects on his voice. Do you see what I'm saying here? All right, so this is a pretty good one to start. The very first, is it a scam? Or scam or science? Sorry. So guys, is this a scam or is this science? Take a guess. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. and then we'll take a look. I think there are some pretty easy ways that we can tell. Easy. I think there are some ways that we can tell. Okay, well, that was interesting. I don't know for some healing what a deal. Yeah, I don't know who falls for these things. I don't know the type of person that falls for these things. I'm guessing in pain, trying to recover from some kind of trauma, unable to deal with, I don't know, some life circumstance. Something is driving them to seek this type of healing. And it could be like a pre-existing proclivity to seek out supernatural things. It could be like fucking chair. It could be my chair. It could be that they're already like spiritual, or it could be that they're trying to, counteract a previous history with spirituality. It could be any number of things. But generally, it's people who are down on their luck, who have seemingly nowhere else to turn, and they're trying to find answers, and they're trying to find insight, and they're trying to make their understanding of whatever's happening to them a little more complete. And that's kind of where the shittiness is of these scams, because they take these people take advantage of that. And whether it's knowingly or not, I would assume that at some point somebody's going to tell them that these are indeed scams. And if they choose to keep going, and if they choose to keep doing the same scams, then to me that's evil. So let's take a look real quick to see if this guy is actually scamming. Well, I mean, he's asking for money for it, so clearly, obviously, but oh, this is his only pay. So he's trying to make it seem more like a small business or legit or something. So he's not running a cult at the very least. But yes, I would say this one is got the stamp of scam placed directly over it.
To heal lung issues. Now, spiritually, the lungs, they help you breathe, and breath is the breath of life, which means that you are unhappy with your life, that you feel stagnant.
Okay.
And the divine will ask you to implement that childlike wonder, to bring in happiness and joy into your life, to think positively and push out the negative.
Push it out of where?
You deserve to be happy. You
My
deserve
bam.
it. You deserve to be loved and cherished and nurtured.
Well, I mean, that's just a good message in general. I approve. I mean, you definitely should just be loved and valued and seen for the person that you are. It's good. I like that. Continue.
And the divine is telling you now.
Now, I'm a little confused about what you mean by the divine. What is the divine? Who is the divine? Is it God? Are we talking about God, or is God... Is it the psychic... Is it the many gods? Is it the nameless gods? Is it the abyss gods? Or is it nature? What's the divine? Let's clarify here a little bit. Hope maybe they do.
That they are always with you, loving you, protecting you. And whispering positive affirmations in your ear.
Yep.
Now, if you would like to accept this healing, please say yes. If not, please
Yes.
scroll by. And we will begin.
My hands are off the
Close your
scroll
eyes,
button.
Take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth.
Sorry, deep breaths. Here we go. We did it. I was a little fast. Hang on. Hey, well, Jesus!
mananane mono mananana monogana manane mananana monganane monomanana manane no mananara. O somanana che devo dopo vai case uno suno con orro apati che nemmeno che deve dare tutto tutto vai a Roma.
That was
Thank
you.
Take a deep breath. Anna,
Am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed to follow along? Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to be following along with her. She didn't say. She says to take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath.
Am I supposed to do this? Is she asking me to do this with her? Am I just breathing? I wasn't supposed to breathe out until just now. I'm breathing normal. I was already breathing normal. But you edited. If you edit while I'm taking a breath, am I supposed to breathe out ever?
Breathe out. Take
Okay,
a
I wasn't
breath
supposed to breathe.
in through your nose,
Okay.
out through your mouth. Let it all out. Roll your shoulders back. Ando ka da kasa mo to kaya bata kaya mo to kaya pro po to yamana ka sen ko shon diga repa ka biya ta sen ne shiti ki po to parda pata ka mata. Sit up straight. Puno ko na mama ma da te bo sun ne ya po to kaya ta ma ya te ki tu to pe ya bu to ko na manana. E mo so po to kaya ta ba sen ne shon na ko da bata ka puno ma de ke le ka do ma to ko de ba ya mo de ya po to ku sa to to. Ramo na ba de ke po to se te ke shete ke te ke ba no ma ya ta. Abadaba, Sabada,
Okay, I had to breathe out. I couldn't. Those directions are really inconsistent. I certainly don't feel healed. I feel tired. If anything, I feel exhausted. Jesus. Woo. Okay. Woo! Alright, so what do you think? Scam or science? I'll wait. Chat. Jesus, tell me what you think. Chat, come on, chat. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Tell me what you think. Scam or science? Is it scam or science? Is this a scam or is it science? Let me know. I'll wait. Scam or silence? Silence. Scam or science? Come on, chat. What is crazy about everyone who does these speaking in tongues, light language, is it all sounds the same, it's all scam. Yeah, typically. Yep. Hey, Luke, how's it going? It tends to be more so for money in general. And this one is no different. I'm guessing, well, master practitioner. I love how they always call themselves master practitioners because there's no set standard for what degree of practitioner of shamanic healing you are. Isn't that always interesting? It always feels interesting to me. I feel like maybe there's a course somewhere, but what it is like another TikTok influencer who then like just kind of is themselves declaring themselves to be a master or a teacher or something. That is my guess. But yeah, this person's clearly... Let's see if we look at their website. No, don't. Stop. Don't autoplay. Don't autoplay on me. Where'd it go? Oh. That would be why I didn't see it. Yep, so I'm pretty sure it's a cult. Oh, no. See, okay, I get what this is. Okay. So, a while ago, when ChatGPT first came out with, I think, like, the Chat 4.0 or whatever, I was playing around chatting with ChatGPT, and I was like, because I had seen someone saying, like, oh, you can use ChatGPT to make money, and I was like, bullshit. And so I went I went on to ChatGPT, and I was like, ChatGPT, tell me how to get rich in 30 days. How do I make $1 million in 30 days? The only crystal woo-woo thing I believe that we live in is simulation. Well, simulation theory would be adjacent to, I guess, the idea that creationism might actually be real. You never know. If a developer developed us, then that developer's name might be Big G God. Who knows? Right? We'll figure it out maybe someday. I doubt we'll ever figure it out, but you never know. I think there are legit shamans out there who can do some crazy stuff, but 99% are BS. If 99% are BS and you can't substantiate the other 1%, then I think it's all BS. You kind of have to just assume. If you're using your pocketbook to guess, if they're like asking you for money and you're like, okay, either I'm going to do this because I think it's going to help me, or I'm going to do this because I think it's entertainment, then you're spending money, like you're asking yourself to believe it so that you can get whatever result out of it you want. I don't know. It's not a bad thing to seek entertainment out of these. That's why I like them, because I think it's cool. I think it's like really interesting, and I would love nothing more than to like have psychic powers be real, because telekinesis would be really fun to use. Just like that'd be real fun. But so what I ended up doing, or what I ended up getting as a response from ChatGPT was basically what amounts to like selling courses on Instagram, selling courses on Facebook. So like, I mean, that's what it said to do, but it's all this stuff. It's all esoteric stuff that you can't necessarily prove. I think my dog has to go out. I'm also going to dump some food in their bowls real quick. Give me a sec. Hey-o! All right. But so ChatGPT basically just told me to do this stuff. And it's the same as just writing courses. You basically pick a subject where all you need is a common sense answer to a common sense problem, and you make it into a guide. This really doesn't mean anything. Like it's all broad. It's all very applicable to every single person in some way or another. So it's very hard to substantiate any of it. It's really just, I don't know, really just how you feel. If it makes you feel different, then it worked. And I don't know that feels fulfilling to me, but if it does to you, then, more power to you. I just would encourage you to pay for it. That's the problem. That's what we don't want, is people being scammed. But again, like for just purely entertainment, totally fine. Please don't look at me like that. I'm a married man. Are you willing to check out a super interesting topic I've been listening to some folks talk about? Sure. Sure. Yeah. What? Oh, you ready for food? Yeah, there you go. I brought it in here for you. Because I'm considerate like that. Because I'm a good pup father. Guys, if you haven't already, feel free to ask about the assortment of VHS and DVDs we got sitting behind me. It is my wife's collection. I will disclaimer that. But it's pretty impressive. I must say. Sorry, I'm messing around with the title here. Da-ba-da, ba-dee-ba-da, boop. Shoo-ba-dee-doop. Shabba-dee-bop. All the VHS behind me are... What you call it? All the VHS behind me are... All the VHS behind me are horror/action. There we go. I think that's a better title. I think that works. The Tism chose me. I didn't choose it. Okay. Skippy, thank you for letting us know. I appreciate it. Keeping us informed. That's it's pretty important, these days. One of my favorite podcasts called The Confessionals by Tony Merkel had this guy named Jamie Walden and on his podcast last week talking about the Great Deception / fake apocalypse and the UFO disclosure. What? Elaborate, please. Okay, definitely don't want to get another copyright thing. But so we're dancing, and I guess that's what do you mean healing golden light? Is that the light that's happening here on this portion of the screen, or what? Is the light? Is it in me? Am I the light? What is the light? I like that the music that's playing while we're spiritually healing here, while we're attuning ourselves to nature. We're using a small computer that was made by tiny Chinese children hands, but also in addition to that, we're listening to Body on Me featuring Chris Brown of all people by Rita Ora. And that's the soundtrack on the device that is being used to heal you with nature. Seems a little anachronistic and a little out of touch, but let's see if there's an end to this dance. So this is like a kid's first time in the pool where they start floating. They're like, whoa, and they start feeling the water. It's all real cool. And at least that's what I did when I was first plunged into a pool of water. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. Oh, my hands have resistance on them. That's so, like you play around and splash and stuff like that. When you're a kid, you're all happily, nimbly, bimbly, all splishy, splashing around and shit. That's what this is like. So she's basically a toddler. It's pretty cool. Are you done? I'll assume you're done. Do you want more? Were you just taking a break? Or are you done? No, you were done. You're done. Are you not done? No, you're done. Okay. You gotta let me know. Gigi, do you want more? You can have more. No? She's looking at me like I'm taking it away from her. Gigi. No, take it. It's good. We're done. You're done. Okay. So Jesus is coming back. Or wait. So in the Revelation, after the apocalypse, Jesus comes back. But the proper timeline is that apocalypse happens after Satan's little season, but they're trying to make it look like Jesus is going to come back, but actually it's going to be the Antichrist. Trump and all them are hinting at it being the apocalypse, but he believes Trump is part of the Great Deception. If anyone, at least in America, if anyone is the Antichrist, it's definitely Trump. Basically, like what? Essentially a cult leader who makes people wear marks on their heads, like, and then what? They're trying to introduce a Trump credit card. Like everything about him is like spelled out, and then he's supporting Israel. He's trying to allow it so they can take back their homeland. Like all of this is straight up Timothy LaHaye coded, and I feel like I'm reading the Left Behind series while I'm watching his presidency. So it's not surprising to me that the administration would be, kind of pushing this or at least supporting it. Not surprising one bit. Oh, so you're doing interpretive dancing. But I don't think that she thinks she's doing interpretive dancing. Cause these tags, witches of TikTok, witches, Kundalini, magic, light, language transmission, light codes, shamanic healing. Like, this, hang on. Oh, so here, right here, watch. So watch this move. How is this any part of shamanic healing? Watch. I'm going to guess that's just a bit of interpretive dance. And you were just throwing in some flavor. Again, we're doing this on our device crafted by child slavery hands. And we're thinking that, like, this is a connection to nature, that we're healing anybody by doing this. She's just dancing to make money on TikTok. That's all she's doing. She's not doing anything. She's not even speaking in tongues. I mean, come on. All right. Are we going to be real here? Are we going to at least try to have her speak in some tongues? No? Okay. Then who are you healing? All right. Okay. Come on. All right. Let's be fair. Let's be fair and real. Let's be fair and real and true and transparent. So is this like a TikTok that you want me to, or not TikTok, is this like a podcast that you want me to check out? Like actually check out? The confessionals. I mean, you're not, if anything, Luke, I think that you've let down your side because there is a new video out and I don't think you've seen it. Okay. Cause it's members only. All right. You should probably go watch it if you're a true fan. All right. All right. Okay. Well, I didn't see a link. Probably got caught by the community, the automatic thing? What on earth? At least tell me where you sent it. Yeah, well, I mean, you missed it. You seem to have missed it. You catch the newest episode, all right? It's out. All right? You're going to have to be a better fan. Unless you saw it. If you saw it, that's fine. I'm just going to click on shorts. I don't know. If you could just tell me which one it is, that'd be fun. Deception of the UFO movement. I don't see anything in my Discord. I don't see anything in the... Oh, okay, good. Well, good. Good fan then. Good. I don't see where you might have left a link. So feel free to just tell me which of the shorts... We'll say latest. Yeah, tell me which of the shorts it is. Yeah, the deception one. Yeah, okay. I kind of figured. I was kind of guessing. The door's open, you guys. It's open. Feel free to use it. What was I saying? Okay, how about this? Reacting to... There we go. Sorry, I'm real ADHD with my titles. It is crazy. They dive into some pretty woo-woo stuff, I'm sure.
I don't care.
I mean, let's just establish already that we don't know what's going on with UAP phenomenon. Like the government is both, you know, feeding us details and also, you know, not telling us what's going on. But it's not. I think it's because the money. It always leads back to money, but the money is in the denial. The money is in the game, like keeping people guessing, keeping people speculating, keeping people, you know, thinking that they know the answers, feeding a little bit of breadcrumbs just to keep them satiated, and then like hiding the truth that there is no like knowledge. There's no hidden knowledge that they're hiding. It's just that they don't know what it is. And to, I think, a lot of people, that is even more disturbing than knowing that it is something or knowing that it is aliens. Not knowing, us not knowing, our leadership not knowing, that's like having doubt in your deity. It's impossible. It doesn't square with your brain because these people are supposed to be the most knowledgeable and the best at running things. And if they don't know what's going on, how the fuck am I supposed to know what's going on? You get what I'm saying? Like, it is a very slippery slope.
Kundalini yoga instructors, or if it's Luciferian Illuminist or Freemason.
I'm sorry. What the fuck?
I don't care if it's Kundalini yoga instructors or if it's Luciferian Illuminist or Freemasons or the Order of the Orient or any of these other Golden Dawn, like all these different things out there.
Golden Dawn doesn't exist anymore. The fuck? How old are you? 100? And Luciferian? I mean, it's either Satanism or it's the Temple of Satan. There is no other Satan worshipping religions that are like recognized as religions. They're all just, you know, small. It's like cults with like 3 or 4 people. Satanism is I don't remember if the Temple of Satan or the Church of Satan or the Satanic Temple and the Church of Satan. I don't remember which one is secular, but one of them is even secular. One of them isn't even religious whatsoever. It's just a mockery of religion. So I don't know, Luciferian, Illuminarian. Why, man. Sorry, a lot of things are going through my head. Luke, can you answer this for me? Why do Christians always make up weird fucking names for things? It's always, Yeshua, and they take Yeshua and they take Yahweh and they turn it into Yawahuva or Yashawafuja. And it's like, it's always someone else. Someone always has a different way of saying it, but it's their own way. It's no accepted way of saying it. And so Illuminarian is not how you fucking refer to somebody in the Illuminati. You say a member of the Illuminati. You don't say an Illuminarian. That's stupid. That makes you sound dumb. Oh my gosh.
They all see a Christ just as a...
And yoga instructors? He lumps yoga instructors in with people who worship Satan, people who supposedly sacrifice babies. That is, to me, crazy. That is such a wild association. Whether you're a yoga instructor or whether you're Hitler, all right? I think that you're, just doing things. Oh, okay. Well, but that also doesn't lend it any credibility because the Golden Dawn doesn't exist. That order was like dismantled, dismantled, I guess. The Order of the Golden Dawn was dismantled like a long time ago, like in the 70s. Order of the Black Dragon, I think, is just a racist myth. And then Freemasons exist, and they're like a very well-respected fraternal organization. And I mean, I've catered a bunch of Freemason parties, and they don't talk about anything esoteric. They really just talk about like government and shit. The Order OTO, is that what it is? The Order of the Orient, which sounds like another racist myth. Is that what the OTO? Yeah, no, Order of the Golden Dawn is completely gone now. I'm sure it was broken into a bunch of shit, but does not exist. And I think it could have even evolved into one of those, like the 12 tribes of Judah thing, which is like another racist sect that believes that true Arabs, which they believe to be black people, are the only real Jews. Interesting perspective. I think that the thing that I guess maybe I have a big problem with religion is like saying that you're the one true anything. Like, you don't fucking know. You read a book, or you write, if you're like the founder of a religion, you write a book and then you say, I'm the one. Like, come on, man. You only answer to something that we can't see and can't prove exists? Seems hinky. Seems a little hinky. Sorry, I'm in my research window right now looking up the Order of the Orient. Ordo Templi, U.S. Grand Lodge, Ordo Templi Orientis, the Order of the Oriental Templars. I mean, they mentioned Templars, so that means, Liber D and Liber Null. But I'm like super into the Golden Dawn like lore. Like I have a fucking chaos symbol on my arm. Like that's like I'm into it. I'm into it. I love that Egyptian shit. Gnosticism and whatnot. That's so cool. So fucking cool. But it's just not a thing. Like nobody practices any of the Hermetic orders with anything to do with Liber Null or Liber D. And I would find it very hard to believe that there are any actual practitioners of like the left-hand path or again the Order of the Golden Dawn. And this Order of the Temple of the East, I've heard of these are like the serpent, like the set guys, the Setites, but not in TTRPG lore. I'm talking about some really good Vampire the Masquerade lore elements. So if you've never seen Vampire the Masquerade in its TTRPG form, I'd urge you to check it out. It's pretty cool. At least it was in the early 2000s when I was a goth kid. But yeah, so this is a thing. This, I mean, look, it is currently a thing. Like, this is, the website is, you know, it's online and there are resources that you can look at, but I'm going to guess that these are very, no, those are Hebrew Israelites. Okay. I don't tend to keep up to date on my racist, lore. I like Magica. No, don't autoplay. You bastard.
Light worker.
Hang on.
And or any of these other Golden Dawn, like all these different things out there, they all see a Christ just as a light worker, right? It's very simple. They look at it as like a Christ is a light.
Yeah, scammer. If we can establish that Jesus Christ actually existed, then there's nothing to say that he wasn't just a very, you know, good scammer. I mean, it's these days we are in a element of society, or we're in a phase of society where we can actually see all these things happening in real time. We can see a person garnering a following on YouTube or TikTok or whatever for these things that they cannot substantiate that they are saying are divine or holy. I mean, there's no reason to believe that there couldn't be a modern day Jesus in one of these millions of people, but there are equally the amount of people who now recognize that religion is based on a lot of guesses, a lot of guesswork, and then saying that you know, which is like so pretentious and annoying. Like, you don't have to just say that you know the thing. You could say, well, I'm not sure, but I think it's this. That's fine. But saying, oh no, I know that Jesus is the Son of God. I know because he said so in the book. You don't fucking know. You don't know who, you're not able to go to the book's author. That's where faith comes in. And if you admit that, like, faith means that you have to believe in things that are currently unsubstantiatable, then that's okay. That's fine. We don't have to know. Like, you can say, okay, well, maybe they'll prove that God is divine later. Maybe they'll prove that Jesus was divine later. That's fine too. Having faith in that possibility, totally okay. Totally fine. But if you're conquering other nations and you're enslaving peoples and you're doing ethnic cleansing and genocide and all these things in the name of a person that you don't necessarily know was divine, or a deity that you don't necessarily know exists, that's maybe the thing that I have a problem with. I guess maybe I have a lot of problems with religious bodies.
Worker. So Jesus, yes, Jesus is a Christ. That's the distinction that they make. And there's actually Christian influencers out there that are teaching that same exact.
Yes, faith is the most important part of being a Christian, because if you weren't introduced to the idea of faith, you would have to just take this stuff on their word, right? Isn't that convenient?
I think.
If I say, hey, just trust me. Just trust me. Just trust me. I don't think that would convince anyone
Jesus
of anything, but if I dressed it in a bunch of words, maybe if I get a guy behind me, maybe if I get 13 guys behind me, maybe if I get a whole congregation together who all just are gullible enough to listen to me. Or maybe I'm just good enough an orator to convince them to follow me.
Light worker, Genesis.
Yeah.
Creation story is allegorical. It's actually here to help humanity understand this greater cosmic thing so that we can, through self-directed evolutionary process of the species, go through an ascension process of opening up our pineal gland and even altering ourselves physiologically through psychological processes to ascend to a higher.
That is what these light workers are believing. Yeah. We've seen that. We've seen that quite a bit. There's a lot of people who lecture about ascending to a higher frequency. That's gobbledygook. That doesn't mean anything. Let's ascend to a higher frequency. What frequency are you vibrating at right now? Why don't you tell me, huh? Why don't you tell me, shaman?
Frequency of light and love and all these different things. It's a Christ consciousness. And so if you look at even the UAP UFO world and a lot of the different whistleblowers, from Greer to Bledsoe to Barber to Diana Pasolka, who, you know, is a Vatican researcher, Lou Elizondo, well, lots of names out there.
I'm hearing a lot of famously discredited names.
If you pay attention, every single one of them is unified. There is a continuity of agenda, a continuity of
Yeah. You said it.
information with regards to what they're saying about the UFO UAP world, all in the whistleblower sphere. There's
I love how they're saying UFO UAP world. They just can't fucking let go of UFO, can they?
no competing voices.
Change is hard
if you've
for a lot of
noticed,
people.
there's no competing voices. They may come at it from slightly different angles, but there's a unity of effort. The unity of effort is this ascension to becoming higher frequency beings because of what these guys are bringing us, what they're going to afford us through technological advances. And the government and the private sector has been suppressing
Yeah, I mean, the rising grift lifts all grifters, right?
it because they don't want us to ascend and have some equity with the ruling elite class of the world. And because we're like a little child with a firecracker.
I think his problem is that he has trouble reconciling rich people with being evil, because maybe he perhaps wants to be rich, or maybe he is rich. And it's like, well, I've got to figure out this weird supernatural reason why the rich elite, the Jews, are in power right now. You know, we got to figure out how to ascend to, or we got to figure out how to do what the light workers want and ascend to a different frequency so that we can take them out.
With our nuclear bombs and all of our religious divides and all of our cultural divides and all of our economic divides and racial divides and all the divides, they are ready to help us to ascend. It's the constant message over and over and over again. And that's why as soon as you hear anybody, I don't care if they're in a pseudo-Christian influencer space,
Right. I mean, that's part of the grift, because you know, if we were to tell the truth to people, if you were to tell people that, you know, sometimes life sucks, are you going to get money for that? No. If you tell a person, oh, you know, you're vibrating, you're about to ascend. I mean, I could keep doing this woo-woo stuff and help you ascend if you give me money.
anybody who says there could be some good guys too, red flag. Anybody who says Genesis is allegorical or metaphorical, red flag. Like anybody who says there's some positive.
Yeah, I know, Skippy, I agree. If they want to help, why have we not yet ascended? You know? Do we have to buy their course first?
Attributes to these extraterrestrial NIH, blah, blah, and the tech. Instant red flag. There's a unity of effort, a symbiosis of their messaging that is actually part and parcel to sowing really deep.
Oh my God,
into
dude.
deception.
Fuck, goddamn. Go back to elementary school. Part and partial. It's part and parcel. He also said another word wrong.
Care if it's Kundalini yoga instructor and the tech. Instant red flag. Because we're a gene that is, they're going to afford us through technological advance or sphere. There's no competing voices. Go to Barber, to Ayanna Pasolka, who to ascend. It's the constant message over and over and over again. And that's why as soon as you hear anybody, I don't care if they're in a pseudo-Christian influencer space, anybody who says there could be some good guys too, red flag. Anybody who says Genesis is allegorical or metaphorical, red flag. Like anybody who says there's some positive act.
What other way?
Giant object
No, what are you
in the
doing?
Sky.
No!
It's round.
I don't.
What other thing could it be? Literal? Hey, Goose, hope you're well. Yeah, hey, what's up, Helmet? T-shirt and shorts yesterday. It's snowing here. Isn't that strange? You know, the tarot cards are always right. It's crazy.
Care if it's Kundalini to ascend. It's the constant message. Red flag. Like anybody who says there's some positive attributes to these extraterrestrial NIH, blah, blah, and the tech. Instant red flag. There's a unity of effort, a symbiosis of their messaging.
Right, a symbiosis of their messaging. That's nothing. That's nonsense. Those words don't mean what I think he thinks they mean strung together. And it's pretty weird. It's pretty weird. Maybe just learn words. Maybe learn how to say words.
That is actually part and parcel.
The captions know what it's supposed to say.
to sowing really deep into this great deception.
So do these guys actually believe in the Great Deception? Or are they just like covering it like for their thing? Dark attaches to light, but we can remove entry. I'm a shaman. And it's come to my spirit to share my energy, art, and spread love and awareness to the collective. I mean, that's AI, obviously.
Love and light, namaste. It is Doran from Shamanic Healing. I hope you guys are well and having a blessed day. So I hope you guys
I
are
am well, and I am having a blessed day. Thank you.
aware. How you doing, brother? OCO? Yes. I hope you guys are aware.
What does OCO
I've been
mean?
sharing the information about the African Union and about the sixth continent. I shared the information about when Obama was in office, he appointed the Nigerian women as a spokesperson for us. All of these foreign people and not from our land are here to benefit from us and trying to be our spokesperson. You know, at this point, indigenous Americans, we have tried everything to work with everybody under the sun. And all we have got was them telling us to kiss their ass at the end of the day.
Now, what does she mean, indigenous Americans? Yes, Helmut, that is exactly how it works. Well, you have to go into the WoW screen to do a character creation, but it's essentially that. Does she mean indigenous Americans as in like First Nation peoples, first indigenous peoples? Or is she talking about just like an American, like a modern day American who was born in the country?
Africans come over here and they're disrespectful. They only do business with each other. They talk about us.
Oh, you just mean black people. Oh dear.
But they're getting the benefit. The same thing with the Mexicans and every other group. At this point, we have to be unified, indigenous Americans, and stand together. The first step, what y'all need to do, is status correction. Change your status. That's number one. Black doesn't tie you to the land. That's number one. Change.
That's right. Like you don't necessarily have to go back to Africa to see your roots if you're black. I think that if that's what she's saying, that's what I agree with. I don't know if that's what she's saying, but that's what it sounds like.
Change your status. I posted all the videos. Authenticate your birth certificate. Pull yourself out of this corporation so it ties you back to a person.
I see. Sovereign citizen. You guys ever encountered sovereign citizens? It's very similar to this stuff, and it's equally as kooky. But I think this person believes that their birth certificate, as it was written when she was born, means that she is owned by a corporation, which is something that a lot of sovereign citizens tend to say.
That's what you need to do. Number three, you guys need to file complaints against the African Union. I'm going to share another video where y'all need to do that so we can take that shit down, because nobody gave y'all permission to speak for us.
I don't know much. Do you support black people? Why wouldn't I? XV, why wouldn't I? I don't think that I don't think that anyone has appointed a person or a group of people to be the spokesman for all black people. That was Jesse Jackson, and he's dead. All right. Or no. Was that Jesse Jackson who died? I think so. Anywho, the point is, there is no singular, there's no singular spokesman for black people. I find that insane to even suggest. Maybe. I'm sure there are some crazy fucking people out there who would claim to be the spokesman for all black people, but they'd be wrong. There's no grounding in that. And you don't have to just accept it. Michael Jackson. What about Michael Jackson? What about him? Is Michael Jackson all black people?
Number 3, we have to now start circulating our dollar between us and not other groups. Since the Africans want to be disrespectful.
What? I mean, yes. I mean, support businesses that are in the community that you wish to help grow. But how are you going to be able to tell Michael Jackson? No, he's the king of pop. He's not a spokesman for anybody. Come on. Nobody wants Michael Jackson speaking for them at all, in general. But if you're saying you want your money to stay in your community, like, I get that. I understand. He's not the spokesman, sorry. I mean, he's dead, so he's not the spokesman. Has to be someone alive. But, like, I feel like you're going to end up paying for something at some point, and that money will go to either white people or something, you know? I just don't know. Michael Jackson pasted pictures of little boys onto the faces of the people in porn magazines. And, you know, I don't know. I feel like that's pretty incriminating. Even if we are to say that, one person recanted his statement about the abuse, there's still, 2 other pretty valid claims? I don't know. The proof was in the court records in the documentary. It was all there. They blurred it out, but did you not see the documentary? Where's that info from? The documentary! Sorry, I don't... I know there's a delay. I appreciate that, I guess. Or I should appreciate that. But there's quite a lot of pretty substantive conjecture out there that says Michael Jackson was probably not a good person. Whether that's a result of his own abuse, like, that's furthering the cycle, right? MJ was as bad as MLK supposedly was. I mean, I don't know how about his conduct much outside of the allegations, but I know the allegations were pretty well substantiated. So I have a hard time being like, even if I'm just messing around and saying like, oh yeah, he's the king of pop, like, it still makes me cringe to say that, you know. What's that symbol on the left? It is a combination of the chaos symbol and the satanic star, and I think it has the asp from from Hermetic Society, from the Gnostic Hermetic Societies. The diagonal lines and then the straight line on top is one you may recognize from like the Blair Witch, and there's a band called Circus Survive that uses that as their symbol. But that's what is that? Oh, you're quizzing me on my sigil knowledge. I think it's just a pagan symbol. I don't know what it means off the top of my head, but at the time I did. At the time I downloaded this and put it on my desktop. I'm sorry, I'm blowing my nose and I don't want you to see. No, it's not Illuminati. You can't just say that everything's the Illuminati. Do you have an idea how many secret societies there are? Thousands, like thousands and thousands of them. Too many to name. Too many to even keep track of. Do you know how many different denominations of Christianity there are? More than 20,000. That's a lot. And they all claim to be the right one. So, don't get your sigils caught up in generalizations, all right? There is a reason to research this shit. then why is there an eye in the middle? Are you fucking serious? Do you not know how prevalent eyes are in like all symbology? Like there's the evil eye, there's the eye from the Hindu, that there's an emoji for it on phones. It's like a hand that goes like this, and there's an eye in the center of it. And there's also like, that's a really well-known symbol in general. It actually is like just a symbol for awakening and peace. So no, eyes being present in the center of things does not just mean the Illuminati. You start your own secret society. Why? Magic doesn't exist. So there'd be no reason to start one. I'd much rather just, you know, go out and be active in my community and try to improve the lives of the people that I can see and influence and you know, intangible reality. Like I could touch the people and I could talk to them and they wouldn't be like, you know, let's fucking do a ritual and try to summon a demon, right? I would rather spend time with people like that, right? It could be fun. I mean, I'm sure it could be fun for a little while, but not like, you know, that would get annoying. If you were leading a cult, ugh. Can you imagine? So yeah, Ray's a xenophobic. Probably scamming, but, you know, sovereign citizen all the same. Oh God, spring equinox.
On March 20th, the sun balances day and night exactly the same length. We call it the spring equinox. In shamanic healing, we honor that balance with smoke, rhythm, and breath, clearing the old and welcoming fresh. On March 20th,
melanin is brilliant. It shields, it shows our story.
What is happening
It
right
also
now?
hungers.
On March 20th, the sun
illumination.
What's happening? Yeah, dude, XV, there's a lot.
Does a
of AI.
Celtic cross
What?
and a screaming light-coloured bird make sense?
Yeah, I've been studying my Celtic roots a little. Why?
Rattlesnake, that's the spiciest nope rope of them all, in my opinion. Let's see what the book.
What was the other one? Light healing? Oh, this. Oh my God. Yeah, this one. I feel like I could be wrong, but the tongue clicks feel exploitative to me. I don't know. Far be it for me to say that someone, you know, who is truly believing in these things would in any way try to like disrespect the language of the people from, you know, other cultures or maybe even, you know, whatever. I'm not going to assume where the person is from, but it's like, I don't know. If I use these sounds, perhaps I can avoid people making fun of me, sort of attitude, you know? It's got that vibe to the tongue clicks. And maybe I'm reading into it too much. I hope I am. But I really hope people don't have that thought process. But scammers be scamming. You know, and she's a scammer. We checked her out last week, week before last week. And she's offering sessions. So she's definitely scamming. See what? That was just random. That was just random tongue clicks. It's like, see, I did a historical ancient African thing so that you can't make fun of me because then I can call you a racist. You know what I mean? Like, even though what I'm doing is fake, if you push back on me, I can say, oh, what? So what? You don't like the tongue clicking? Huh? Colonizer? You know? And I've met people like that before, so maybe I'm just painting that onto them, projecting that onto them. Talking in tongues has been tested. The language part of your brain doesn't do anything, but the creative part of your brain lights up when people do it. Yeah. But you don't know if God made that happen, all right? So I would read your Bible, Helmet, okay? Blowing my nose again, sorry. Don't want you to have to witness that. I'm recovering. You can tell my voice is so much better. I'm recovering from a chronic sinus infection. It was back to back like 3 or 4 times. Chronic doesn't mean that though. Did she say, hang on. Now, those of you who are slightly anime brained, can you tell me what she said here? Hang on. Here we go. What'd she say just then? Oh yeah, it's 4 minutes long. We're gonna watch the whole thing.
Mikaras Rushere Rikaras Wakume Biala Senia da Shamala dia da donia da diasham Miakaria Samabobo Yarain Yara da do yela dia mama ba yeho yada da dia baba Hiasa baba yada da dia baba Hiasa kama babu wasa dia da noru kore Miyada da shimi bikabada di shamarua da dia samo Mikabacha kada sedi ko koma chakada koma chaken Mikacha ko koma sikata so koma kama koma katen Oh daddy asa baba yada dia sama baba yada da
What the hell?
Lihasu Maladasi Makalasika Wasami Melabatia Sabalabatu Atakati Shikiti Konatea Niatasai. What's the issue? What's the issue? Kidiasa Malabu Ale Yashakadia Chana Yachawaya Yadiabai Oh Yasho Yakakayo Niara Hetuai Husarai.
I'm really trying to resist turning it off. I can't hear that. Ugh. She's making like fucking weird. Stop. Please. No. You gotta be getting tired at this point. You gotta be getting tired. You can't be sitting in your car and just doing this and like not be tired. Like you're probably exhausted at this point. Let her vote twice.
Umika koresi kiarashum niatoya la baresu atia baba baboya miara kwa ini karatu sikoish ania no poriata isha que dios kutoish akoi sumaraisho koi urum
you know you gotta do a couple of clicks just to make sure the healing it really penetrates, right?
Hecate, is it Hecate? Like I keep.
If you don't know the name of the goddess that you're worshiping or that you're like channeling right now, maybe best just to leave out any attempts to pronounce the name instead of like doing that thing where you trip and then you're pretending like oh no, I was just gonna start running. It's okay. I'm just gonna I'm broke into a dance. Hey, now you don't think that I did that on accident. Now you think I did it on purpose because I just wanted to dance. Hey, right? I'm sure everyone here has done that at least once.
Hearing those that know what I'm trying to say. There's so much coming through. Yorishia.
So you can't pronounce her name because there's too much coming through. Because you keep hearing it and it doesn't. I don't know. It just, Hakati, Hikita. Oh, can't remember how to pronounce that name. I knew him, Horatio.
Oh, clearing your auric field. We are remembering.
She keeps saying Sugoi. You think she watches anime? I'm gonna guess. She does. Move my nose again, sorry. That's the most unfortunate part about having a sinus infection, is that you just have to blow your nose constantly. And that is very frustrating. Like, the one thing that I really can't stand physically is when I, like, sneezes. I don't know why I hate them so much. Sneezes. But also, like, anything to do with my sinuses. Ugh. Jar of grease? Yeah, I'd be down. Of course, that would actually be just snake oil selling.
I just heard Aaliyah, let me know, let me know.
Okay, we will move on. Crazy. If this is something that can be played, like, and you can listen to it, why the fuck are you putting music onto it? Why don't we just actually listen to it? Want to book a healing journey? Contact her, okay?
Now, this is something I want you to understand. And you need to listen carefully, because this is profoundly important. Most people have never heard this, and don't even understand what I'm trying to say. But try and follow what I'm going to tell you. Now, this is something I want you to understand. And you need to listen carefully, because this is profoundly important. Most people have never heard this, and don't even understand what I'm trying to say. But try and follow what I'm going to tell you. Now, this is something I want you to understand.
Just to cover my ass, this is something most of you won't understand.
Most people have never heard this.
Get ready.
Don't even.
Why are you releasing this then?
But try and follow what I'm going to tell you. Now, this is something I want you to understand. And you need to listen carefully, because this is profoundly important. Most people have never heard this, and don't even understand what I'm trying to say. But try and follow what I'm going to tell you. Now, this is something I want you to understand. And
Healers! They're actually far from perfect, okay, guys? Oh, thankfully, she transcribed the words that she's saying, so we can tell what they mean, or we can follow along if we want. Tokoni masana naso, ikiano nadi akana. Did I do it right? I said him too fast, I guess. I mean, if you feel like you want to pay for this, nonsense, then you do you. But I can tell you, you'll be disappointed if you expect real results. Oh my god, my nose will not stop running. It's beginning to be allergy season 2. Ugh. And I was afraid last week that that I would just have like another full-blown sinus infection. And like, so I've been doing the neti pot thing, and it was crazy. It was like I felt like the weirdest, like grossest thing just dislodge, and ugh, it was not fun. I was instantly grossed out. But what can you do, you know? Light illumination, was it? Light... No, it was... Maybe just regular light healing. Because I feel like we didn't get the best sampling of the videos last time.
So activating your pineal gland or third eye, there are other ways just besides meditating and doing
I've been waiting for this guide,
etc. And one of the ways that I did this, and you need to be prepared because based on the individual, you do not know what you're going to be shown once you do this.
Right. Obviously, everything that she's about to say is up to the individual's interpretation. Good way to cover your ass.
From this life or a past life, the traumas, and all kinds of other things you could be shown. So I want to warn you before you do this. But the arc light beds with the green light activate the pineal gland and the third eye. Not only do they heal your body from numerous things, all kinds of health conditions, they activate your pineal gland, your third eye.
It's pineal gland, from what I remember. Have I been pronouncing it wrong my entire life? Is it not pineal gland? That's what I always thought it was. Could be wrong. Fire or frost?
And they help raise your kundalini.
Lady, you need to calm down. All right? Stop using such crazy language.
I'm going to put some videos on of exactly what it looks like. I'm in Utah. I don't know where they have them in other cities, states, countries, but it is ARRC Arc Light.
Quantum imprinting C codes. Male vitality. Ooh. Hang on. Fool, think, look, and perform. Oh, feel, think, look, and perform better. I don't know why they have to put an advertisement on the machine they're using, but go off, Queen, I guess. Supersets are designed to cleanse 16 targeted tissues. This such a scam, such a very elaborate scam. Oh dear, oh god. Okay, so she's really into Bible stuff, AI generated Bible stuff. And hippie woo-woo stuff.
How does light penetrate through the body, actually get into our cells, and then what does it actually do inside our cells?
There's a great paper that was just published by Glenn Jeffrey and Robert Fosberg.
Now, I think this is addressing something that I was wondering myself. I think there is some proof that some forms of light therapy help. I don't know which ones. I don't know their efficacy. I don't know which is hippie woo-woo junk and which is actually doctor-approved shit. But there is, I think, from what I understand, there is some evidence that light can help in some circumstances. Again, that's usually like red light therapy. But it still feels pretty hippie woo-woo to me. So I don't know if it's substantiated. I don't know if there's like a widely accepted group of doctors that agrees. Being outside and getting sunlight is good for mental health. Yeah. It's also good vitamin D. A, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin A. I don't know which vitamin, but good for vitamin, one of those. Vitamin sunshine, the sunshine vitamin.
Out of the University College London, and what they published in Nature Scientific Reports is an amazing study that really answers the question that you've just asked, because what they did was they took subjects outside.
If you're unfamiliar with the stream, I'm going to shut the phone cam or the face cam off for just a moment. If you know, you know, and that's, you know, just for our cannabis break. I'm about to hit this bowl, and if you would like to hit the bowl as well, feel free. Otherwise, I will return in just a frickin' moment. Just a frickin' mo. But yeah, I'll leave this to play.
In the midday sun in London, and they were able to actually demonstrate sunlight coming into our body. They were able to measure it on one side of the body, and they were actually able, believe it or not, to measure it on the other side of the body. Obviously much less, but they were able to actually see the wavelengths that the body was, let's put it this way, had a windows to allow those wavelengths to go through. So let's just step back a little bit. The sun obviously gives off multiple wavelengths in the ultraviolet, into the visible spectrum, and then all the way down into the infrared. And we know this is a normal physical attribute of light, is that light that has longer wavelengths is able to penetrate through the human body much more easily than shorter wavelengths or visible light. So that's important to understand, because when you have long wavelengths that not only are able to penetrate through your clothes, but what Glenn Jeffrey's group was able to show is that it was able to penetrate through the entire body and out the other side, obviously being absorbed along the way. So this is really important, because prior to that, we had studies that showed that maybe it went a few millimeters, maybe a few centimeters, maybe 8 centimeters.
I mean, is that
so
a
then
thing?
The next step that he did was he was able to look at that distribution of the light that was coming through.
Like, does anybody know if there's a real thing for this? Like, it doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound very science-y, you know? Oh dear God. I wish I could see more people like trying to explain it, because it seems like it doesn't seem like people are like really interested in educating others on what it is. They just want to like do it. Debt. XV, you know, I don't mind when people complain about stuff, but you gotta offer a solution when you're offering a problem. I don't know if anyone in your life has ever told you that, but that's a real good way to get change made. Because people are lazy, you know. And my inspiration this morning was to look at light healing videos, and gosh darn it, that's what we're going to be doing. So if you've got any other suggestions, I'm happy to listen to them, but I may also say no. And if you don't like it, feel free to kick rocks. Oh dear God! I think there is like therapy like this. I think there is like I don't know. I think that there is like an office that you can probably go to that is soundproofed. Okay, we're done hearing that. There's probably an office that you can go to that is like soundproof, where a therapist can like guide you through some like scream, shout, yell therapy, whatever it is. But like, this person's asking for money. Oh my gosh. Okay then, what would you suggest, XV? I mean, I did just ask if you have any suggestions. Because, I mean, we're talking about scams here. The scams that I know the most about are psychic scams, buy my course scams. Blow my nose real quick. Hang on. Jesus scams. Magic scams. But as I said before, you just got to be goal oriented, you know? I mean, you can always go watch another stream if you're dissatisfied with the quality of mine. I'm certainly not here to please just you. I'm here to please myself. Fuck. Damn it. Ah. Call that a slip of the tongue, if you will.
Hi, my name is Kim, and my page is dedicated to self-healing and self-help. I live in the rainforest in Washington, and sometimes...
I'm pretty sure the rainforest is like a pretty specific biome. I don't think that a forest where it rains... I don't know if you can call that a rainforest. Is that true? Is that a thing? Bro, you gotta get high just so you can stream. Well, actually, no, weed is my medicine, just so you know. I use it to help with my anxiety. Which actually, you know, I would say, yeah, that kind of does help. Even though there's no one in here. But yeah, my anti-anxiety drug, because I cannot afford medication, is weed. I'm sorry you disapprove. Seems like you're just having a bad day, I guess.
we get a seasonal disorder called SAD. I also had PTSD and severe depression, and I found that the light therapy has helped me tremendously. Not only has it helped with my mental health, but it's helped with my skin.
That there is some like a legitimacy to light healing, but I'm not really sure. I don't know. I don't know what type is right or wrong. You know, I don't know what, or like legit or not. I don't know if it's the red light, because at the vet's office, they have all these like, you know, kiosks and pamphlets with a bunch of data and stuff. And sometimes it includes information about red light therapy. It sounds like it makes sense because they're like pulsing light into the joints of the animal, but I don't know how that works on humans, or if it works on humans. I know Tucker Carlson, when he was, I think he was still on TV, but he liked the idea of sun tanning on his balls. So who knows? Maybe that's a thing. Maybe light is a thing. I don't know.
I was riddled with acne. I had eczema. I used my light therapy mask for all over my body. At the end of this video, I'll show you an example.
So, you know, now that she mentions it, I do kind of remember seeing something about, or like I know that like my wife sometimes will look on Amazon for like just like whatever, just bullshit random things, technological stuff. But like so I do, like when she does that, she'll show me some of the weird shit on there, and there are like light masks and stuff, but I don't know if they work. Like there's stuff that's supposed to like clean glasses for you. Like those little jewelry cleaners typically from China, like they just don't work though. Like they don't, you see stuff coming off of them, but I mean, it feels like it's really just like the polish coming off or the anti-glare or something. I don't know. I have yet to see anything that tells me that light is a medical thing. No, XP, I do not have kids. Do not have, do not want. Come on, glasses. We can get through this together. Now, if you isolated that, it might sound real wrong.
Of what you could buy. What the colors do for the skin quality, not just for your face, but all over your body. This is just one benefit.
Yeah, okay, so
of
red
one
light was
color.
on there.
The masks usually come with 7 colors. Here's how it works.
But like, are they
If you
selling
look, it
this?
goes all the
You know,
way
is this
down
like
into
just
different
another
parts
scam?
of your tissue. It helps restore.
I have every reason to believe it is.
It helps regenerate and it helps heal. This is great because it has
have cats.
the
Does that
neck
count?
one, and that neck one can be used on your wrists,
Cats
your
are almost like
arms, your
kids.
legs, not just your neck. Hi, my name is Kim, and my page.
We gotta take a break from her. Gotta take a break from her. Just for a little bit.
Light body activated.
And now where's the one I just clicked on?
Light body activated.
What on earth? It's actually getting sunny outside. This is insane. It really doesn't happen usually, or that doesn't happen usually. I'm into it. Sun is good. The username here is 9/11 Awakening. Can you fucking believe, like, so, like, conspiracy theory, cool. You know. I just don't get it. I just don't understand, like, how this is a thing. I don't get it. Like, why? My God. There was one other thing I wanted to cover today. It was something about some drama guy, like he got all upset about well, yeah, I mean, I know it's not real. I don't, but my problem is that not all of them are delusional. I mean, that's, you know, that's the point of this guessing game, right? Is we're trying to figure out what's a scam and what's science. And again, I think there might be some science to some of the light therapy stuff, but there's no random TikToker that's just able to make that happen, you know. It makes me sad, like, because there are people that, like, you know, they go to psychics and they go to these faith healers and stuff like that, and they actually truly believe that they're going to work. And then, like, they still, you know, their disease is still there, or they just end up, like, getting scammed. It's bullshit, man. You know? You gotta hope that people can maybe hope to educate themselves, or I don't know, learn how to spot. My father-in-law actually gets taken for scams all the time, like the gutter guard stuff, and the solar panels and window, like, refittings and things like that. All the stuff that's all proprietary that they have to come out and service, and it's all like hidden fees and shit like that. Hate seeing people get scammed. Sorry, I'm looking over here in my sage oil can treat cancer. No, sir, it cannot. No, sirree, Bob. I'm gonna say heck no on that one. Damn it, I cannot remember for the life of me. There was something else I wanted to look up. What was it? What was it? What was it? Chat, help me out. Oh, what did I want to talk about? I might have said it at the beginning of the stream. Let me scroll up. Oh, yeah. Conspiracy theories. That doesn't necessarily need YouTube, does it? Because that one conspiracy Luke was talking about was pretty weird. We'll say conspiracy. What is the zesty background? It's bossa nova, copyright free, so I don't get copyright struck. You actually, I've heard this playlist in the background of a bunch of videos. Maybe that's why it got suggested to me. I don't know.
What in the actual is going on?
You can
Is
say
he
fuck.
really back?
You can say fuck on the internet. I actually did see quite an interesting AI generated video earlier today of Netanyahu being alive with but he had like a ring that kept like fluctuating between being in reality and not. It was quite alarming, you know, pretty weird. I would assume that he's not dead. Wouldn't that be like international news? And like why would they hide that in the first place? You know? I don't know. How do you know, XV? Like, have you seen a news story that would be compelling enough to convince you? Because I don't think I've seen anything yet that. I don't know. I don't keep track of it though. I don't know.
Especially after all of the internet reports that he was deceased and no longer with us. So why don't we just watch this and indulge in what they're trying to do here? So after all of the online frenzy in regards to
all media is fake and biased and corrupt. I'm saying I haven't seen anything. I don't check the news for you know, Netanyahu very often. In fact, I never do. So, and I just haven't seen it scrolling through anywhere. And yes, I agree that it's biased and corrupt. And Trump's about to own CNN, so media won't matter anymore here pretty soon.
Bibi Netanyahu possibly being deceased or dead from some type of strike, he put out a video to let everyone know that he's not dead. So there he is. He's got coffee in his hand. He's showing you that he's got 5 fingers. He's about to drink some coffee. Keep your eye on the coffee, though. Where did the coffee go? It's still there in the cup. Something about the coffee does not sit right with many, including myself. Keep an eye on it as he drinks it. We've slowed it down for you. It's not even moving. It's still the same.
Hey, OP, how's it going?
There it is. Now it's fuller. What is going on with the coffee? And once again, the internet techs ran it through AI. And that...
I mean, is he supposed to be dead? Is he supposed to... Is that what... Is that the general consensus? Or is it just a rumor?
Did you know the Vatican is rumored to hold prisoner the man who sentenced Jesus to die?
I did not. Is he? So he's alive?
Deep beneath Vatican City, far below the ancient
I gotta blow my nose again. Hang on.
there is said to be a sealed chamber that appears on no official map. A chamber guarded for centuries. According to a little-known legend whispered among monks, the prisoner inside is none other than Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor who ordered the crucifixion.
So he's alive. Pontius Pilate's alive. So my new employer starts today and I have my 30K job get paid into the bank. So absolutely buzzing. You having a good one? Yeah. Doing good. Employee start. Okay. Yeah. Doing good.
Of Jesus. History says Pilate died long ago. but an obscure manuscript hidden in the Vatican archives
So he's alive.
claims something far stranger. It says Pilate was cursed, condemned to wander the earth.
Okay, so he, for being the guy that ordered Jesus crucified?
Reliving the moment he washed his hands of Christ's blood. For centuries he walked the world in silence. Until, in the early Middle Ages, a group of Vatican scholars discovered his identity.
I like how this is just all AI. You know, that's I guess a good point about like just Christianity is that like in order to validate it, you're gonna like, or not validate it, but in order to increase your faith or reinforce your faith, you're gonna create a bunch of fake things to look at, going like, fuck yeah, Pilate's alive. Fuck yeah. I'm so fucking in love with God. Ugh.
They captured
Not
him
see-
using
not realizing the
sacred
irony.
relics and sealed him beneath Rome. Witnesses who claim to have seen him describe a man with trembling hands that never stop shaking, as if he is still trying to wash them clean. But the most disturbing detail happens during storms, when thunder echoes above the Vatican.
So what is he gonna like show up in the in the Jesus fight with Satan in the end times? But is he gonna be on Jesus's side? You know? Well, they obviously don't have real videos of him. Then how do they know he's there? How? Why would there be two of you who are saying that? There can't be two trolls in my chat. You've doubled the average amount of trolls, if so. Come on. People don't live that long. Have never done.
Guards say a voice rises
Never, ever.
from the chamber below. Over and over, the prisoner whispers the same words. I found no fault in him. And according to legend, he will not be released until the final judgment. Did you know the Vatican
You hear a
was
person
rumored to hold-
talking, and that somehow says anything? You know that crazy people exist, right? And you know that sound can travel from a very long distance away, right? I don't know. Doesn't really lend any credibility to that.
While everybody's focused on the, in quotations, war in Iran,
Why is it in quotations? Yeah, it's him. Well, until I see some DNA confirmation, I'm just not going to believe it. I'll be right back. Gotta get some water. Ugh. Dino DNA. Yeah. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you didn't hear about that? Fleas and ticks. Those are the new apocalypse animal.
there is an investigation that nobody is talking about right now, but I feel like everybody should be
I
talking.
mean, it's totally not a war, right? Like, they're just bombing a different country and they're putting boots on the ground, you know? So it's totally not a war. It's totally not a war, right? Come on, guys. Like, let's be real, okay? Let's be really real, okay? It's not a war. You can't prove that it's a war, okay? So don't panic. Don't be like, negative Nellies, all right? It's not a war. We're just going to bomb a few strategic targets, and it's going to be totally fine. It's going to be totally fine. It'll only take, like, a few days, all right? It'll only last a few days. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Okay? Don't start threatening to move out of the country, okay? Don't be like that. Okay? Don't be like that.
Talking about it. They're probably not gonna like me for this video, so just save it just in case it gets taken down. As you can see, an extensive investigation based on declassified government documents and previously suppressed scientific research has uncovered compelling evidence that U.S. biological weapons programs contributed to the emergence.
It's a block of text. It's just some random block of text. How is this in any way enough to convince anybody of anything? It's a block of random text that you're just pointing at. What?
Of Lyme disease. The investigation reveals a pattern of concealment spanning 6 decades, including the systematic suppression of critical medical research and the release of nearly 300,000 radioactive ticks across Virginia to study how the disease-carrying insects would spread. This is crazy. Declassified documents and testimony from a CIA operative described the 1962 deployment of infected ticks against Cuban sugarcane workers as part of Operation Mongoose, the Kennedy administration's effort to destabilize Fidel Castro's regime. The operative, now in
I mean, what is the source of this? What? I don't get it.
Research is that the strangest thing he ever did was drop infected ticks on Cuban sugarcane workers using.
Yeah, I mean, Japan used bats, right? Or who was it? Somebody used bats in World War II. Like there was all kinds of. When does your live end? I don't know. When I feel like it. Because I abide by no man's time limit. I don't know. I don't know. Usually around 1 o'clock. Just depends how I feel.
This video that I'm about to show you guys really did open my eyes up and kind of had my jaw drop. Let me know your personal thoughts.
I know that I learn all of my new information from TikToks, so I'm with you there, sister.
In the comments, but I'm just still trying to get over this.
Who is the Antichrist? I've got this question a lot in my DMs so many times, so I figured I would address who I believe it.
I like that there's the Interstellar soundtrack behind this. It really makes it inspirational and motivating and powerful.
A lot of people message me saying they know for sure it's Trump. A lot of people message me and say that they know for sure it's Obama. Understand something. The Antichrist is not going to be a hated person.
There you go. Well, it's not going to be a hated person, so definitely not going to be Obama. Sorry, guys. I've already reacted to his video before. But where? Which one? Where would we go next? Oh my god, it's very crazy. It's almost like a fucking chaos and shit.
There are people living inside of the earth.
Okay.
It's true.
It's true. All right. The guy says so. I mean, need he say more?
New information from NASA states that there is a large ocean beneath the Earth's crust.
Of like molten rock.
After scientists detected movement below the surface. Around 500 miles below, a large supply of water has been found stored in a rock named ringwoodite.
Yeah, stored in a rock.
But it gets even crazier. Scientists say that this rock is so huge that it contains 3 times the amount of water on the Earth's surface. This causes many to believe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like in it. Like it's in it. Like it's like it's not encapsulated. It's not like a pill or a bubble. It's like in it. It's part of it because it's all molten and it's all like in there. I mean, you can't like swim around in it, and you can't like stand on a beach on its edge. Yeah, helmet, have a good one, man. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the very basic premise of this has gotten lost in the understanding. So if anyone out there is confused, it really is just, it's a rock that like has a bunch of water in it, but it's not like a little earth inside this earth. It's not like that. It's not like a pool of water. It's not going to come gushing out if you poke the bubble. That's not what that means.
believe that there is more down there than we originally thought. Possibly even civilizations.
I mean, that'd be cool. I would be super, like, stoked if that were to happen, but that's just not... It's too hot down there. There's too much pressure. You can't, like, the way gravity works, the world cannot be hollow. It's like too dense, you know? There's just shit in there, like it's gonna crush you. Oh, it'll crush you good. Real good.
While the news of this discovery was over 10 years ago, it was never talked about. Is the government hiding this information from us? What do you think? There are people living inside of the Earth.
I don't think it's true.
What's a conspiracy theory you 100% know is true?
Gotta go a little deeper. Get a little deeper in there.
Morbid Facts, Part 153.
Facts.
No.
And we're going crazy on the saxophone right now. I think that's a saxophone.
Hi guys, there's not really too much to say about this because the picture speaks 1,000 words, but these are being found by embalmers and funeral directors.
Tapeworms?
In dead bodies, and they've only been
Tapeworms?
discovered since the rollout of the poke in the arm.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Another goddamn vaccine denier, like vaccine conspiracist.
Was safe and effective, and is maybe not quite so safe and effective. Let me know in the comments what you think this is. Is it any surprise that people are coming down with blood clots, things like that, when these things are in people's bodies? So
2024?
I'm just here reporting the truth. Make of it.
Here reporting the truth. I love that he had to append this with... anyway, I'm just a super legitimate reporter guy here, reporting the news and the complete truth. You don't have to take my word for it, though. Do your own research. And then there's this comment here by a guy named Angel of God. If you're unable to see, it says the 10 plagues of the past, Egypt. Pre-Diluvian becoming the 7 plagues of the present. Bible, Revelation 16. First plague, sores, morgellons, morgues, aka the botch head, two-toe, canst be healed, cordyceps, microfungal organism infecting all flesh, last of us, poured out on the beast, Lucifer, his offspring, his throne, earth, aka, these are all in caps, by the way, that's why I'm saying them loud. Reincarnation trap, circle of death, not life objective, suffering, all creation, no exceptions, killing, fields, prison, planet, not one stone shall stand upon another is written, leaving Lucifer, fallen angels, Nephilim, their counterfeit, altercations, children of dark, fake, Adam's, Eve's, shadows of the originals to inherit a dead, stolen world where you will be trapped permanently with nothing, void of feelings, your prison just like you planned for us, vengeance. The next comment down is, I've worked for a funeral home for 4 years. I've yet to see or hear any such thing. You can't write this stuff. It's pretty hilarious. I quite enjoy it. Please, give me more.
These are the scariest conspiracy theories in the world, but we're going to keep going until we find the craziest one. A lot of people haven't heard about this one, but there's actually a conspiracy that a solar flare is what caused the Titanic to...
Well, that's not a conspiracy. You're looking at it as a genre of, like, alternative history or speculation. It's not really a conspiracy theory. Unless there's a cover-up, right? But maybe he'll get to a cover-up.
sink, which is crazy. So this is actually thanks to a new study, but it discovered that the northern hemisphere was actually experimenting a moderate to severe magnetic storm on the night of the ship's collision. So the conspiracy is that this storm could have affected the ship's radar and the radio.
Okay, I don't think that you're using conspiracy the right way.
Rescue signals, so that's why it had crashed. There's a huge conspiracy called the NASA Blue Beam Project. This one's wild. Basically,
now that
this
would be
conspiracy
more
says that NASA
if you're thinking that there's like a cover-up, then yeah. Yeah, I'd never really heard of light language either. It was certainly a surprise. I would say. Quite the surprise to hear the first person going radar didn't exist in 1910, sir. How do you know, Skippy? All right, were you there? Yeah, okay.
NASA is planning on projecting giant 3D holograms of religious figures into the atmosphere to initiate a spiritual apocalypse. This one's wild. Hey, everybody knows what area.
Well, no, like, I don't think that it's conspiracies are cover-ups. That's something that someone. It's a thing, a fact, like a truth that somebody kept hidden from you, right? Like, isn't that what a conspiracy is? Like, but these are just wild speculation. These are like, what is it like? I guess the only thing that I can think of to associate it with would be conspiracy theories. So I don't know. But it's just like, it's so weird to say like, here's a conspiracy, but it's not. It's just there's no cover up involved. There's no like this would have happened instead. Like maybe yeah. I feel like he's using the word
51 is, but it wouldn't be a conspiracy video if we didn't talk about it. Obviously, you know the conspiracy Area 51 is for aliens, right? So they say that Area 51 in Nevada is actually a military installation at the Nellis Military Operations Area. This is what people don't believe. Obviously, as you do know, the conspiracy is that Area 51 is researching and experimenting on aliens and their spacecraft. I don't know what to believe, I'm staying silent. The government has officially come out and said that the facility is used to test experimental aircraft for the military.
An observation that somebody makes that they can't substantiate, that doesn't mean it's a conspiracy. It's just something that they're just assuming might have happened alternatively, like, oh, it was totally solar flares that sank the Titanic. That's not a conspiracy because no one's trying to hide that information, you know? I don't know. I just assume that anybody advertising themselves as psychic is a scammer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I wish psychics were real. That'd be cool, you know. Because then you'd be able to do like all kinds of cool, like hippie woo-woo psychic stuff.
That's something the government would say. We're gonna keep going until we find the craziest one, so make sure you add me and come back to me tomorrow. These are the scariest conspiracy theories in the world, but we're gonna keep going until we find the crazy.
Wait, it's not about their nukes?
No. Iran's central bank counts because their oil and energy is very important, including for China. Larry Fink and BlackRock have said,
We need to move very rapidly. All investments on a tokenized platform.
What it means is this is going to be,
We have one common blockchain.
you know, potentially $100, $200, $300 trillion market.
This confirms what was said on this viral post from this anonymous user, who even predicted the exact date that the war would.
Oh yeah, viral post from an anonymous user. That sounds real trustworthy, but maybe ultimately it is, you know?
He said the main reason for this war is to get resources that can be tokenized through BlackRock. And he said the token at the center of it all will be called the Western Asset Reserve, aka Ticker War. So it's very clear that our only chance of benefiting from this situation
I don't know enough I don't know enough about this to opine on it. But it
Heart attack pistol.
sounds pretty
In
weird.
1975, William Colby.
Oh, that's real. That's not a conspiracy.
Here are some morbid facts
Oh, yeah.
that you didn't know about 9/11. In 1983, professional climber
intensity. You see that? Come on, TikTok.
I want to see if anybody else remembers this. When COVID started here in the US, there was this guy that had millions of followers throughout all these platforms, and he deleted all of his other platforms except for TikTok, and he made like a series of videos apologizing to his fans and like pretty much telling them to be prepared from what happens.
Damn, dude,
now
those messages
when
are
COVID started to 2026.
coming from a long time ago. How is
I
that?
came
Why is
across
that
this
happening?
page when I had COVID the very first time, and I was out of commission for like a month and a half because I was so sick, so I had time to watch all his videos. There was like 70, 80 videos, and you can tell they were all made in the same day, so he was trying to hurry up and push out the information, and then he was gone. His last video, he was like sobbing, could barely even speak at that point, and he said that him, his wife, and his 3 kids were going to live off grid and
it's all just
disappear until
anecdotal.
2029, when he will be able to come back and
Show me the
reveal
stuff.
who gave him this information and who his resources were. But he would refer to these people as uppers. In like the first 10 videos, he discusses how he got his social media platforms and that he was given fame and that his cousin was actually the one that was famous, and his cousin took him to an event and he latched on to someone that was in the uppers that's against famous people. So I guess, like, in other words, a famous person that has a committee that's against the bad famous people. They latched on and became friends, and they gave him an assignment. They gave him social.
I'm trying to wrap my head around this right now. What? So there's a secret, a team of what, assassins, or like a Court of Owls type, Eyes Wide Shut secret society.
Actually,
That's
the one that was famous, and his cousin took him to an event, and he latched on to someone that was in the uppers that's against famous people. So I guess, like, in other words,
initially they were like, "We like you, we think you're cool," and then they find out, "Oh, you know, you're related to somebody famous," and then they're like, "We gotta come get you, man. I'm gonna get you," like that. Or...
a famous person that has a committee that's against the bad famous people. They latched on and became friends, and they gave him an assignment. They gave him social media platforms with millions of followers and told him to post for 2 months so he becomes a familiar face, and then to delete all his platforms and just stick with one platform that is popular in that time. And during that time and now, TikTok is the most popular platform.
Okay.
And I'm into conspiracies, and I only remember the ones that scare me. I know that's weird, but I remember watching all his videos, and I was terrified because the things he was saying made sense. And I almost made like a mental checklist. So anytime anything happens, I'm like, fuck, he said that. I kid you not, everything this man has said so far has happened, and I cannot find his videos, and I hope people...
I mean, that kind of like... that ruins the whole thing if you can't find his videos. Because this sounds very grandiose. I don't know... I want to believe, but do I?
Remember him, because it was like a year straight people made fun of him, and then it just all stopped. And what brought this up today is I just watched a video of The Simpsons talking about the stars falling from the sky, and he made this comment that made no fucking sense to me. And he said, I want you guys to know that the stars are going to fall, but it's not the ones that are in the sky, it's the ones you look up to. In the back of my head, I said, the ones I look up to are the ones in the sky. Absolutely not. And now it makes sense after seeing that little clip. It blows my mind. If anybody remembers it and you can find a video, tag me in it so I can have proof. But also, I want to rewatch his videos because holy shit, like, mind blown.
Doesn't say.
I want to see if anybody else remembers this. When COVID started here in the US, there was this guy that had millions of followers throughout all these platforms, and he deleted all of his other platforms.
Whatever.
Except
I
for
guess
TikTok,
he made a
and
video
like
saying that he was fine.
Apologizing to his fans and like pretty much telling them to be prepared from what happens now when COVID started to 2026.
All right, move on.
I came across his page.
I clicked the arrow. Move on.
So you telling me you walked into a place called Wine and Spirits. You're not buying no wine. So you buying spirits. Walked up, picked out a bottle that looked like a potion bottle, something like this. A potion now. This shit looked like a potion bottle. So you walked into the place called Wine and Spirits. Then you picked a bottle that looked like a potion bottle. You drunk a substance known to make you black out and not forget it and still be able to control your body though. What is that when you blacking out? Oh, it's called Wine and Spirits, right? Then they sell a drink in there called gin. What religion is that called demon gin? See where I'm going with this?
So you can't spell. You think that all alcohol bottles look like potion bottles. And where does the wine come into any of this? You said, I mean, obviously you think the spirits is like unholy demon energy or whatever, but where's the wine? Like what? There's a bunch of wine in Wine and Spirits. Can't people just enjoy the wine? And not get the spirits?
And back to the blacking out part and being a whole nother person. We all know.
You don't know that, Cynical. Okay? It would be rude of you to assume. Alright? It would be extremely rude. Alright? Don't be rude.
A female that
We don't
gets
know.
drunk and just like, it's many different types. Some of them get drunk and fight. Some of them get drunk and they just going. Same with niggas. Like, you know a nigga who he get drunk and now he on demon time all of a sudden. Like, nah, this nigga just he the biggest gangster in the world all of a sudden. Now he got some tricks in the system. And they always blacking out though. All I'm saying is, what the hell is that? If you blacked out and now you acting different and you went in a place and it's called Wine and Spirits and you didn't buy wine, you see where I'm going with this?
So you don't understand that the world exists? Like, it's alcohol. And it's spelled Gin. And why do you think they look like potion bottles? I'm so confused. This man has made me so confused. I don't know what to believe anymore. Perhaps I believe now that Wine and Spirits is a haven for evil ghosts. He's explaining having a very interesting evening. I can tell you that much. But that's because you're going in and drinking alcohol. You know that you make the choice to do that. You go and you grab a bottle, it's you doing that. The person you become later on is after you've drank the thing.
Hey, can you believe all these Jeffrey Epstein files? It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
I'm just sharing this with you, and like I said, this is something that
I can only hope it's a joke. I can only hope. Doesn't sound like he's joking, though. Sounds like he's really trying to associate Wine and Spirits with, like, spirits. Like, you're letting a spirit into your body.
he's an intern that really changed my life. Had a patient got stabbed in the heart. When I walked in the ER, because I was on the ER, but the surgeon had his chest cracked open, and he had his finger in the guy's heart. They pronounced him dead. He was a young man, maybe 22, 23 years old. Drug deal that went bad. He died, and the surgeon was a Christian, Dr. Forster to be exact, said we're not going to let him go without a fight, so he took him to the OR, took him to surgery, pumped him full of blood, got a pulse, tied the hole in his heart up with a suture, and since I was on the surgery unit, I had to wait till he woke up. After about 4 hours, the guy woke up, and he looked me in the eye, and he grabbed me, and he started crying, sobbing, and he said, I met the devil. And I said, what do you mean you met the devil? He said, I saw you working on me, I was dead, I never prayed, and he could feel, he went straight down into hell. And he said he looked in the...
Most NDEs, or near-death experiences, are really just attributed to your brain firing like crazy right before you die. And I mean, like I've said many times in previous streams, like, we can't exactly explain consciousness, right? Like, I'm pretty sure most people know that. And so we don't really know where our consciousness goes when we die. But we've seen, like, the brain activity of people who are, like, near death and then, like, who ultimately pass. But we've seen like the scans of the brain activity that and like the different parts that light up as they're, you know, expiring. It's, I would say, morbidly beautiful. It actually, it's like cool looking. I don't know how to describe that. They sometimes show like depictions of how those scans look. It's definitely not tied to reality at all, because they're from what I understand, they look pretty boring. Like it's just, you see just a but the way that they animate them sometimes makes them look very cool.
The eyes of the devil, and he prayed. He said he never prayed before. It was never spiritual. And he said, "Please God, I'll change my life." And he felt an angel or hand pull him back up, and that's when he awoke. And it was the most amazing experience because.
Yeah, Fringe was awesome. My wife and I watched through that every once in a while. We've seen maybe like 6 times now. But yeah, very cool. John Noble was so fucking good. Yeah, dude. I think that was Walter, right? Yeah. Yeah, he was really good. And then he was in, he played, I think he played Butcher's dad, didn't he? Yeah, didn't he play Butcher's dad in The Boys?
He was legit. I mean, no one makes up something like that. And last I heard, he's completely changed his life. He gave his life to God. And I still, to this day, the look in his eye when he woke up, the terror, I'm absolutely convinced that he did meet the devil. And
if you believe in the devil, you'd probably be pretty convinced because of the terror in somebody's eyes when they come back from a near-death experience. Sure. I'm not surprised. I'm not, no judgy. You know, if you believe in God and you believe in all that stuff, and that's how you interpret the situation, then, you know, God forbid I be judgy.
And once again, I've not followed up on where he's at now, but I heard he's doing really good. And if I can
He's in episode 7. It's cool.
Okay. What was your reaction when the doctor told you that they were going to sew him back up? And
I thought he was crazy because the guy bled out. He was dead. There was blood on the ceiling because he got stabbed in the heart, blood all around him. He had no pulse. He was lifeless. And the Christian doctor said, "Dr. Forster, we're going to take him and we're going to try to revive him." And it was actually miraculous because the guy was dead. He completely bled out. And you don't open someone's chest in the ER and stick your finger in a hole. That's a last-ditch effort. And I thought he was crazy, but now in retrospect, it happened for a reason. And that basically changed my whole outlook on medicine. And that was when I was a young intern back in 19.
Oh, the Sleepy Hollow show? Ooh.
Wow.
It was this
Sweet.
amazing spiritual experience, and the guy was legit. And once again, no one goes through something like that and makes that up, especially that's the first thing he said when he woke up. And by looking at the terror in his eyes, he could.
I mean, yeah, like, I get it, you know, like, if you're a believer, cool, but you can't just validate this experience just because he said so, just because he's like, oh, I'm really, really serious, I'm really, really, and he could, like, truly believe it, but that doesn't validate it. That doesn't mean that it is actually true. It's just, and I would think, as a doctor, you'd probably be able to have access to some of those studies that, that determine that NDEs were really just, like, neurons firing at a feverish rate. That's why they say you see your entire life flash before your eyes before you die.
Hey, fool. So I'm watching Inside Job again, right? And I'm rewatching it again.
It's a show about conspiracy theories. Soul transfer.
But the Illuminati aren't just represented by pyramids, they're also represented by an eye. And what do eyes do? They see. Just like the Mediterranean Sea, or Syria, or...
I have to refresh the thing each time, damn it. No, go back to my search results. You son of a bitch. My internet is way taxed right now. Alright. We're back into light healing again. The brainstem sees even if the brain doesn't process fully. It's called blind sight.
But the Illuminati aren't just represented by pyramids, they're also represented by an eye. And what do eyes do? They see, just like the Mediterranean Sea.
Oh, there's a good one.
Conspiracy theories. We are now on part 3, tier 6, starting off with the eye.
I just wanted that one.
So
the moon is artificial. You know, I still haven't heard a very convincing argument to any of really of these crazy theories. I don't know if you watch Simon and Dan, but he's a pretty good anti-science debunker. Point is that has pretty intense implications regarding NDEs. In what's the conclusion? Like I don't know. Boner alert. Who's having a boner? Who's getting a boner? Am I getting a boner?
What's a conspiracy theory you 100% know is true?
Root canals. There's this YouTube video.
Root canals. Jesus. Black magic?
We are all participating in black magic, calling upon and inviting demons, jinns, and destroying our souls beyond return. And before anybody brings up intentions in the comments, we are judged based on our intentions. Having good intentions does not erase the outcome of your actions. Although you will be forgiven by God, you still did what you did. Concerts. Tell me the difference between ancient pagan gatherings and concerts. As I stated in my...
Because ancient pagan gatherings were religious in nature, or at least spiritual, and concerts aren't. It's pretty simple. It's a pretty easy to answer question.
My last video, songs are spells. People at concerts chant the lyrics
Songs are
of the
artwork.
music in unison. People cry and sway.
Shut up! Stop talking!
Music has them
I'm trying to pause it. Songs are artwork and expressions of people's creativity. And so I'm sure that there is a person out there who would probably use a song as a spell. But that's not what they are. Ya dingus.
in a trance. You noticed at concerts the obsession, mass hysteria, and even worshipping of a false deity.
Not false deity, worshipping of a person, which I guess you could see that as a false deity, I suppose. But it's more so, they're whipped up into a frenzy. Some of them are maybe a little horny. Some of them are maybe like just to have, some desire to pursue a figure that they see as heroic or motivational or inspirational. I'm sure there's a mix of different interests and reasons for wanting to follow an artist like Beyonce. Blindsight suggests the brain can still register and use information without full conscious awareness, which in turn implies that NDEs may arise in states where a person seems effectively gone, even though some form of perception processing. Oh, okay. Like how like they say that like the body's supposed to stay alive for like a really long time after you die. Like not alive, but conscious for a long time after you die, just by default.
Scrolling on TikTok while you are on the toilet.
Bitch, you are making a TikTok video. I say bitch to everyone. It's not a gendered term to me, so don't at me. Don't dare.
I know
Don't
a
dare.
lot of people are guilty of this, but I need you guys to know that what may seem harmless is not. If you have recitations of the Quran on your For You page and you're in an unclean space, that is disrespect.
Oh, okay. So it's not overall scrolling on TikTok, because a lot of Christians would say that like, oh, using social media isn't very Christ-like, or engaging in rage bait. It's not very Christ-like, but it's really that you're pooping. That's the problem, is that you're pooping. And why would you say that it's an unclean place, young lady? Do you not clean your bathroom? Mine is so clean you could eat off the toilet. That's gross. But you could. If you were so inclined. Alright, so maybe do a better job maintaining your house.
Makes jinns, demons, very happy. You can argue that, oh, I scrolled past right away. It doesn't matter. You are fully aware.
Oh, so it's not even that you're scrolling on TikTok or that you're scrolling on TikTok on the toilet. It's that you're pooping while you're looking at scripture. Okay.
Aware of what your For You page looks like. That 1 millisecond is still disrespect. People who practice black magic do this exact thing. They bring the Quran.
I've never pooped while casting a spell before. And when I was a young kid, I really did believe that witchcraft might have been a real thing, and I cast plenty of spells. Never once was it while pooping. And I'm sure she would have considered what I did black magic, even though it was from, like, the big book of Wicca. Oh, I was such a nerd.
You are just inviting the nastiest of jinns doing this, and it is unacceptable. Violent video
Okay,
games.
so you've
Playing these violent games.
Why is it so delayed? So either you've got a poop fetish or you hate poop. There's clearly you're highlighting poop in your video. All right? There's got to be a reason for it. And I bet you it's because either you like poop or you don't like poop and you're trying to just like be a holier than thou poop hater. Okay? Why don't you just admit it to yourself? All right? If you hate poop, if you just don't like poop, then go on your TikTok going like, I don't like poop. Guys, I don't care what any of you say. I don't like poop. Like, why don't you do that? You know, like, I don't think there'd be many people who disagree with you. Right? I don't know. Enochian magic, talking to the guy who used to live in the Black Lodge of Santa Cruz back in the 70s who practiced. He's a pretty smart dude, also programmer. I would have lived in the Black Lodge of Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz's juices.
Numb you to real life violence, and also
I mean, that was proven during the Satanic Panic when they said like fucking like Indiana Jones or like Pitfall or whatever the fuck it was demonic. They proved that again in the second Satanic Panic of the year of our Lord 2000 something. When they tried again to say that like games like GTA and Doom and like Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, all that shit were all like demonic and like desensitizing people to violence. Fuck, man. A kid can turn on TikTok and just look at whatever they want. They can turn on, they can open any browser window and be creative enough to type in the right search prompt and come up with beheadings and grapes and like, you know, any form of sexual deviancy that they so feel like looking. Like, it's crazy, very crazy. Like that, it's not, there is no, I mean, I guess there is desensitizing, like, but it's not it's not violent video games, first of all, and it's just not their fault, but it's also like learning how to cope with traumatic images is different than being like a mindless zombie wanting to do those things. That's not really what ends up happening.
To make people more aggressive and short-tempered.
Right. That's not how that
it's
works.
Just a game and it's not real.
Just because you lower an inhibition or not lower an aversion to something doesn't mean you're increasing a likelihood to do it. It just means that you're not as scared to see it. You're able to confront it. Anyway, the guy's perspective because he is pretty interesting because he doesn't believe in spiritualism in basically any way, but he does believe there's something to ritual magic. No. That's why I do all that stuff still. Not still, but like that's why I still do, like I read about like chaos magic and stuff. Like it's all psychological. You are aligning shit by doing a ritual, by engaging in a routine that you are convincing yourself does something or don't care, or but you're focusing your will and you're aligning shit so that your brain works the right way. You're like rewiring your brain and it alters your perception. And that it causes you, it's like, okay, let's say that I want to lose weight, right? And like I try to do a spell to lose weight or whatever. I just am engaging in the focusing of my own will to set all that shit up in place. Like I am like thinking I want to do it in the first place, so I start taking a journal and monitoring my weight, and I'm monitoring like what I eat and think. So in reality, I'm just executing what any, like let's say that there was a perfect person, they were 100% mentally healthy and emotionally mature and completely perceptive. Like they could just say, I want to lose weight, so I'm going to do all this stuff and map it out exactly like that. But people don't work like that. People are avoidant. People are lazy. People are selfish and they're petty, and they don't, you know, like just by default, like we don't like to change things about ourselves because it takes effort that we could be using on other things like consumption, you know? And so that's why, like, for some people, it could be religion, it could be divination, it could be doing spells, you know? And like, that's why I bought Condensed Chaos and I started doing like the sigils, because it's like The Secret, which is the most straightforward version of that, like chaos magic. You're reminding yourself to think at every given opportunity. And it's always about that thing that you are trying to do. You get what I'm saying? So it's just, it makes sense. I have, yeah, my wife is like, she's always trying to find VCRs that work. Like she doesn't actually, I think the most she's ever done is change the heads on something, but that was, I essentially had to do that for it. But yeah, we've got a combo behind me. Combo. One of the few in existence that only occasionally eats tapes. But yeah, VCRs are a bit of a challenge these days.
You are hardening your heart. With all that violence and aggression, you are inviting dark forces around you.
Nope.
This is something that I am personally very guilty of, and that is staring at yourself in the mirror for extended periods of time. Some say that mirrors are portals to the unseen.
Some say.
My personal opinion is when you stare at something for too long, you begin to pick it apart. When you start to notice your flaws, you start to essentially degrade yourself, hate yourself. And you are Allah's creation. That kind of negative.
Is that why you're using this filter and why you're wearing a ton of makeup? You're covering up your flaws in something superficial. Yeah, it's projecting. For real.
Attracts jinn. They love it. I do not recommend doing this, especially at night. Avoid what you can and do your best to save your soul. We are all participating.
There you go. I think that's a good note to end it on. Save your soul. All right. I mean, that wasn't much of a conspiracy theory. It's just kind of cringe weirdness. But that's fine. That's okay. It was a good Monday. We did a lot of reacting. I spent a lot of the time leaking from my sinuses, but that's how life works, you know. That's just the reality. That's the reality of people, right? We'll be back again tomorrow. And I think we're just going to play Slay the Spire tomorrow, probably. I have been wanting to play it more on stream. Don't look at that behind the scenes shit. Come on. There you go. Don't do that. And Monster of the Week. Yeah. I suppose. Because, I mean, Jinn. Right? That was a thing in Supernatural. But yeah, I think Supernatural kind of did all that stuff, you know? And they did it real good. With lots of brooding. You know? Lots of angsty staring into faces and like being real brooding. That's right, I said it twice because it really was. Alright, well, I'm gonna go do a bunch of chores, cook dinner for the missus, and take care of my pups. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Have a good one, Cynical. Enjoy the rest of your whatever the day, Monday? Couldn't remember what day it was. Really covered that real well. Oh, oh, the actual TTRPG. Okay, yeah. Supernatural Angel Buffy. Yeah, yeah. It sucks that the Buffy thing got canceled. Damn. All right, later, dude. Have a good one.